Hi guys, welcome to the analysis for Thursday, August 9th. Today we're going to cover some daily charts pretty quickly, and I'm going to explain to you why I think that these trends are definitely going to continue. Because over the past few days I've told you that I'm looking at some of these long-term trends and trying to decide whether or not I believe that they're going to be continued and followed through on, or whether some of the rallies that happened last week are going to follow through and change the trend. And so over the past few days, I've kind of decided that I'm with the long-term trend. I think that the trend is going to continue, and I'm going to explain why. Before we do that, I just want to take a quick look at our news because we do have a couple major announcements coming out tomorrow, including pound and Canadian dollar news. So let me pull that over here. And you can see that tomorrow, here's the pound news I was talking about, PPI input at 4:30 a.m. and then the two CAD announcements, employment change and unemployment rate. So this little section here is what I'm looking at, and that could be seriously effective in the markets tomorrow, especially if you are trading CAD or pound, which I actually have trades open on both of those. So that'll certainly impact my open positions, and I will show you those open positions here in 1 second. Okay, before we do that, let's go to our terms. Alright, so these are our terms, and basically this just says that the daily analysis is for educational purposes only, and that we're not licensed or qualified to provide investment advice. So we're not telling you what to do with your money. This is just our opinions on the market. So very important to understand that because of the regulations and rules that our government has in place. Alright, let's get into the analysis. Now the first chart I have up here is $0. And this is one of the ones I was talking about where we have a good trend and something that I am certainly looking at for shorts. Now, up here was a great short bounce opportunity. I actually took a short here with too tight a stop loss and got stopped out. Unfortunately, otherwise I'd be up at least 100 pips on that trade. So got a little too greedy there and got stopped out. However, I do think that this trend is going to continue and that we're going to see some lower prices. Now, obviously, this low here would be the general area to target, and I feel that there's probably a pretty high probability that we are going to get back into this area. So that's kind of what I'm expecting with the euro dollar, is strong and consistent follow through down to that zone. Now obviously this is the market, and it's the currency market no less, so a total reversal and spike could happen and shake us out, and that's always to be expected that could happen. And if it's not, if it didn't happen, then it wouldn't be a market and it wouldn't be difficult to trade. And you can look that there's even actually some steps being built in the upward direction at this point. So it's not completely unreasonable that this could be making a higher high up here. But overall, I'm expecting continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm thinking is probably the most high probability setup for the euro dollar. Now, euro pound is a very similar setup because of the euro weakness. Let me pull that over so you can see it. And you can see that I am short on the euro pound. However, I'm not stopped out on this one like I am on the euro dollar. I'm up about 65 pips. Pretty nice trade so far. And you can see that my hard take profit is down here. So euro pound, very similar long-term trend we have in place, and a lot of momentum headed back down that in my opinion, is likely to get back down to the lower low here. So certainly a good setup there. Okay, now along with that, we also have euro odd, a lot of euro pairs. So euro odd is also in a massively steep downtrend. You can see that even before this it was down, but here is just an absolute free fall. Now, one thing is on the euro odd, I have this little level to work with here, to work around, I should say, because there's some pretty major support here. This is a double bottom that definitely provides some support, and there's also some support in this area before this double bottom here. So that's something that I'm going to have to try to break through. If price does struggle and start to bounce up off of that level, I'm probably going to take my profit pretty quick because I'm up about 65 pips on this trade as well. So I will go ahead and take my profit if it begins to bounce, but I am looking for a very low target, as you can see all the way down here. All right, so those are all the euro pairs I'm looking at. Obviously, I'm very bearish on the euro, bearish on all of those, and definitely think that the euro is likely to continue its weakness. If not, I'm gonna get stopped out of a lot of my trades, but all of them should have profit locked in, so shouldn't be a loss. I actually need to lock this one in here, so let me lock that in. Okay, so that one's locked in now too. So I'm pretty safe as far as the trade's concerned, even though I am stacked on a lot of euro weakness. I feel like I'm pretty comfortable in my trades. Now the USD CAD is the other trade that we talked about because it was a channel break, and let me pull that up for you. And this is another trade that is heading downward pretty consistently. This one I got in a little late, so I'm not up too much, but I am expecting follow through, and you can see that my target is right here. A lot of movement in the market, a lot of channel breaks, and a lot of momentum. And this is just another one of those trends where it's headed down, and I'm expecting the trend to continue. And I think that the market is very trendy right now, and it makes it easier for us traders. You can see that this is a strong level. It had a little pullback before it broke, and then it broke. So to me, that's a great signal, especially because this struggling right here probably got a lot of people up long. When this tail happened, and even this one, people probably started buying USD CAD, and then the steep reversal knocked probably a lot of people out. And so when people are getting knocked out of the market, that adds momentum to the direction that it's already moving in. So the bearish momentum really picked up and followed through. And I probably should have gone on the trade a little bit earlier, but either way, I think that this is a pretty reasonable target that I have down here, and that it is likely to get back down into that area. And another thing that I mentioned, I don't know if you were watching my analysis yesterday, but I said that the USD CAD, which let me pull this down here, the USD CAD is a good trade for me in the short direction because I was long on the dollar with the euro dollar short, which unfortunately I got stopped out of. But I'm short on the dollar here, obviously, and I was long on the dollar with the euro dollar short. So that kind of gave me a little bit of hedging protection there, and that's something that I like to do when the opportunity presents itself, and it did in this situation. So I felt pretty good about taking both these trades. Now, unfortunately, I should be up really largely on the euro dollar, and I really messed that trade up. But I'm winning some other trades, so not too bent out of shape about it. All right, so I think that's pretty much the major pairs I wanted to cover. I want to show you the trades that I'm in and show you some of the trends that I'm looking for continuation on. Now, I'd like to get your feedback and your opinions on what you think about these trends, because for me, that's what I plan on continuing to trade. So I'd like to get your feedback on that. All right, guys, thanks for tuning into the analysis. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're getting some valuable information out of these, and I'll talk to you real soon.